All right, everybody, let's talk about one of the most underrated skills in leadership, and that's negotiation. And this isn't just about closing deals. Everybody thinks about negotiation when they're talking about closing deals. It's about negotiating resources with ownership, resolving conflict between departments, getting buy-in from your team, and aligning people to the mission, even when it's uncomfortable. In this session, I'm going to show you the anatomy of a powerful negotiation, how to lead with clarity instead of compromise, and how to build negotiation into your daily leadership style. We all think that we're master negotiators, and we should. But there's a twist that we can go ahead and put in here. Let's go ahead and align your negotiation skills with my negotiation skills and just make you that much more powerful. Hey, most people think negotiation is about winning. And we all want to win, and that's great. But great leaders, they understand it's really about creating outcomes where both sides walk away better. Let's break this down a little bit. Make this easy. Keep it simple, baby. First step, know what you want. You can't negotiate if you're unclear on your outcome. Do you want more budget? Do you more staffing? A deadline push? Great negotiators, they get specific before they actually even speak. Second step here, understand the other side's pain. Every negotiation's got two sides. Right? If you don't know what they need, you're flying blind. Great negotiators, they ask simple questions. What does this person need from this interaction? What pressure are they under? Where is the opportunity for a mutual win? Third one here is master the pause. Strong leaders, they don't rush the moment. Ask a question. Pause. Let the other person fill the space. That's when you get truth and movement. We want the movement towards 800% here. The old saying was, he who speaks first loses. Our real world example here, I once was working with a general sales manager trying to get more ad budget during a slowdown. Instead of demanding it, which I've seen people do, instead of demanding it, we framed the pitch around the ROI and the sales conversion metrics. We spoke the GM's language, baby. We negotiated the timeline, not just the dollar amount, and it led to better marketing and better accountability. Let's walk through a few negotiation scenarios where you're probably going to face as a leader at some point in your career. All right, the first scenario is getting more staff coverage on Saturdays. This can be a delicate one. This can be tough. People want time, but we have to worry about the dealership and the customers. So you want another team member to rotate their weekends. What they want is their schedule to stay consistent. Right? The approach you can take here is acknowledge their value to the store. Right? Lay out the customer impact it's going to have if you don't have the right coverage. They may offer a trade. Hey, let's rotate every third Saturday and I'll take one of your Mondays. Trades can sometimes work this out here. Second scenario, negotiating accountability without resistance. What you want is a struggling salesperson to commit to daily check-ins. What they want is to be just kind of invisible and off in the corner someplace by themselves. The approach you can take on this one is to frame the check-ins as a growth tool. Ask them what support they need, and then offer a 30-day window to show results. And then tell them we're going to reassess. Scenario 3 here is getting ownership to approve some new tools. Whew, been here, done that one. This one can be tough. This one can be challenging. All right, what you want is CRM upgrades or a new trade tool. What they want is ROI justification. And it makes sense, right? Approaching use here is use data. It's math, not magic. Share dealership comps and offer a 60-day period with a report back checkpoint. See if there's actually any kind of growth. If there isn't, don't stick with it. The lesson you can take from this is that strong negotiation starts with knowing what matters most on both sides of the table. Here's your homework for the week. Think about one real-world negotiation you've been avoiding, or that's coming up. That could be a team member, a vendor, ownership, another department lead. Their list goes on and on. Find one that you've been avoiding. I want you to write down for me, what outcome you want, what matters most to the other side in your opinion, and what data or perspective you can bring to the table. And then lastly, where you're flexible and where you're firm. What's a non-negotiable? Then prepare for it and then go execute. It doesn't matter if you write all this down if you're not going to execute. Go execute it. Let's wrap it up with this. Great leaders negotiate daily. They do it calmly. They do it with clarity. And they do it to move the mission forward. We're all looking for 800% growth here, which means you need to move the mission forward daily. So stop avoiding the hard conversations, man. Start preparing and step into leadership with intention. You got this. Hey, look, like this video if it helped you, and then drop me a comment. What negotiation do you need to have this week? Then as always, subscribe for more high-level leadership content. Man, this is just the beginning. I want you to lead with confidence. I want you to lead with intention. And as always, win the day.